Extravagant Fragrances live here. It is a little past midnight, and I actually wanted to come on a little earlier today, but there was just a few things I wanted to get done. I'm doing a little late night orders, and so wanted to get my more tedious stuff out of the way, which is the incense making. How's it going, everybody? If you're viewing in, let me know down in the chat what state are you viewing in from. I know it's been quite some time. I've mostly just been posting, just trying to update everybody on some of the newer stuff that's coming in, and just some different things that I've got in. Some stuff that's not really so new, but it's more of like some fragrances I have that are in larger quantity, better pricing. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got, everybody. Let's see here. I'm trying to gather some stuff up for tomorrow. It's been very hot. I don't know if any of you have experienced the heat wave those last couple weeks ago. My whole garden just like died off, just got fried up, and so I I actually was about to put my hands up on gardening this summer, and I'm glad I didn't because everything just kind of popped back up. So yeah, we'll just give some a little bit more time for some more viewers to come in the chat, to come in into the live stream. Oops. About to wrap it up for the night, guys and ladies. Just I'm just gathering some stuff, like I said, and I was gonna try to knock everything out. Uh, just to kind of get a little more caught up. But I think I'm gonna just sit here on the live for a little bit. So just a quick update. I got in some few fragrances. I've been talking about for a little bit. Finally got them in. What's going on, Harry? How you doing? Yeah, I've actually have some fragrances that there's some fragrances that are just kind of like I tend to underestimate, I tend to overlook, and then like all of a sudden, uh, they'll just kind of resurrect themselves. It's like they kind of like rise from the dead. It's like fragrances that I would least expect that I didn't really ever think anything of, and all of a sudden people are um, wanting a particular fragrance that maybe has just been sitting for literally like maybe like past couple years, like going nowhere. And one of those fragrances is the black coconut. Believe it or not, I'm really surprised. Henry, I got that feedback from you on the black coconut, but there's actually I have another distributor that's also that's one of his top sellers as of this year. So that's one fragrance that's kind of been revived from the dead, and I kid you not, that particular black coconut has been sitting on the shelf since like 2016. Um, just yeah, just not even going anywhere. So Henry says so Henry says I will say that I've been selling ton of ton of oils more than ever. So Henry, you saying you're selling more oils than incense? Is that what you're saying? But let me just go down the list and talk about some of the new stuff that I got in. Not really new, but what I consider new would be something, let's say, that I got in larger quantities with better pricing. You know what I'm saying? And that would be the Pink Privacy. The Pink Privacy I have in larger quantity, uh, better pricing. The compared to Baccarat 540, I have two versions of that, and also in large quantity pricing. So like the domestic Baccarat, I have that in larger quantity. The pound pricings, the 2 pound pricings are very competitive. So I got that in, and then I have the high cost, high quality version, the French version of the Baccarat, and I have that also available in pretty much any quantity. I've got pounds of that stuff in stock. Um, it is, I would say, the domestic version is actually the notes are. I can smell like a little bit of like peppery notes in the domestic version. The French version, it just projects way louder, but the notes are just a tad bit different. So that's the difference with the French version of the Baccarat, and that one like I've been getting a lot of positive feedback on that one, so I'm really happy about that purchase. So yeah, Henry said, yeah, I'm selling way more oil than oil. I haven't sold any incense. Yeah, it's actually, believe it or not, I mean, I have some incense orders that I'm processing, but yeah, the oils seem to be moving a lot more lately. Meaning the body oils, than the incense, and that's just how it goes, man. Sometimes incense is busier, sometimes the oils are busier. But yeah, lately for me as well, it's been all about the oils. The Henry, I've got the if you're into um trying to think any of the imported or the premium fragrances, I have also the high quality version of the Dior Sauvage, and I also have the Dior Sauvage, like the basic standard roll-on stuff. I have that and available in the 1 pound quantities. And the French version, I have those available in pound quantities as well. The If you're into the black coconut, I think you're really gonna like the mahogany coconut. That one is just one of those fragrances that I feel like I can trust. I feel confident about that fragrance. You know how there's some, like, when you're in this business, like, you always want to know that you can feel confident about a certain fragrance, and the mahogany coconut is one of those. Another one of those that I have coming in about a week and a half maybe, is going to be the compared to um was it bourbon and oak, the bourbon and oak, the cremo, which is like a body wash. And but they also make the original version. They make a cologne actually, and it's like a really inexpensive cologne, but it just has some really nice prominent notes that I've been getting a lot of good feedback on as well. So that's coming in about I want to say maybe about a week. The We are now stocking the strawberry pound cake. It's a very if you go over on TikTok, actually, you see there's a lot of girls that are selling like the body sprays of the strawberry pound cake. It's just kind of like something. It's been out for a while, but it's been like viral on TikTok, like within the past year. So that's in stock. Let's see what else. The Compared to Amber White Extreme, I have that in stock now. And let's see what else do we have. Um, let's see what else. Yeah, so I think that's it. I think that's it so far. But yeah, it's been a very hot summer out here. Here in Pennsylvania, I had a one of the locals got back from Africa, and he was telling me it's not even hotter over there than it is here. So I'm really surprised about that. Um, see what else do I have. I'm sitting here. I'm like moving through some fragrances right now, messing around here. So yeah, so that's what I got. I'm gonna be. I wanted to make some other purchases and bring some new stuff in, but I kind of feel like I don't want to rush it. I like to take my time selecting fragrances. Like for example, there was a fragrance that I've had for I want to say I had a duplicate of this fragrance for probably the past 4 years, and I was gonna get a I was gonna carry it on my website, which I do. I have the original version, but I sent it to a distributor, and he said that it didn't have a lot of hang time, so that is not going to be getting brought on board. So I've quickly eliminated that from my order list. But that's one thing that I've learned about this business. You can have a fragrance that you like, um, but if it ain't gonna sell, there's no point in carrying it. You know what I mean? So yeah. So what's new out? You're out in Cali, right there, right, Henry? How's everything out there in Cali? How's the weather, man? It was like 96 degrees today. So that's it. So Henry says the was talking about the red Indian musk. Yeah, actually, somebody just ordered that just the other day, just like the other day. So that's on the order list. That's going out. Um, since I'm here, there's something that I wanted to mention. I wanted to talk about. Um, um, hey, I'm getting brain fog here, guys. It's probably the heat. Uh, I was talking to a vendor the other day, and we were talking about uh pricing, and we were talking about certain fragrances. And I think I'm gonna wrap it up with this video because I'm actually getting kind of tired. I gotta get back out and try to get everything out tomorrow. Um, but we were talking about the imports, the premiums, and then we were talking about the domestics, and also how to price them. And I think for a while he's I don't want to say he just started his company because he's been at it for a couple years, but we were talking about the difference in pricing those two, the domestics, imports, and the premiums. And one of the things um, that we got on, one of the topics that we got on was that uh, he was saying that he was asking me about how to price the imports. For example, he had picked up an import from me, and I had to explain him that however you price your domestics, that's how you price your imports. You know what I'm saying? And so that was kind of like a limiting factor on why he wouldn't carry the imports from the jump, because he just didn't understand how to price them. And so that's something that you kind of have to look at. You do the math. I'm not going to tell anybody what to price your imports for or your premiums. But he is starting to see that now that there is a market for the imports and also for the premium fragrances. And and so uh and now he's starting to see people are coming in. They're starting to ask for the more Eastern style fragrances, the more expensive fragrances. And so he's now realizing that, yeah, wait a second, it does make sense to carry both. Because I know a lot of oil sellers out there that they won't really mess with any of the premiums or the imports because they feel like they can't sell it. You know what I'm saying? Or like that their market won't even touch it. They won't even look at it. And I'm here to say that that they will. They will. And I particularly like to carry some of the imports and the premium fragrances for the very reason of knowing that I have other vendors that don't want to touch it because they feel like they can't sell it. And so that clientele is out there. If you've been in this business long enough, you will understand that that you're going to have that impulse buyer, right? Who they want something that is going to, make a real impression on whoever they're going to be around, right? And so me in particularly, I actually see the thing is with certain like the premium fragrances, the reality is like I actually smell stuff and I want stuff for myself. The only difference is I don't just buy something and then just have it sit and then it's just shit sitting on my dresser, right? I buy something one because I like it because that's what I want to wear, and also if I can turn around and sell it, even better. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I look at fragrance. That's how I look at the some of the premiums, and I may have mentioned this in some of the older videos, and that was, uh, for example, like you have some of the let's talk cars really quick. So you have some of like the Toyotas, the Hondas, right? These are some of the most sought after vehicles for their reliability, their utility. They're good running cars. They work. They're good for daily drivers and whatnot, right? And so there's a huge market for that, right? Because of the masses, right? But at the same time, there's also um, when it comes to classic cars, right? There's also a market for that. There are people that will collect and hold on to classic cars because uh, depending on the condition, the classic car could keep its value, right? The resale value, if it's something rare, it could definitely hold its value. So that's kind of how I see fragrance. Is like, yes, you have your everyday wears, you have your stuff that the masses want. They just want to something they could just swipe real quick and just keep it moving. And then you have your more your frag heads, I like to call them, where it's they will go out of their way to capture whatever fragrance that is and create that impression for whoever they want to impress or be around. Or it could be they just want to wear it for themselves. I know people that will uh they will wear fragrance and not even go around anyone. They'll wear fragrance and just sit in their house. Like I literally, I kid you not, I know people that are like that. So, uh, but yeah, that's just kind of what I want to touch on today, and I'm going to be checking out, guys. Henry, I think you probably took off already. Real quick, Henry says he's gonna stock the cotton candy. That one smells like hotcakes. uh, so yeah, Henry's been in this business for quite some time. He's he started. I think he started in the incense side of things, and now he's starting to expand into, or he's been into the body oil side of things. So, um, but yeah, just thought to touch bases, everybody. I'm gonna try to get back on some more lives very soon, and we'll talk to you soon, everybody. You guys take care, stay cool, stay hydrated. This weather is hot, and see you soon. Take care, everybody.